Welcome to CRIME-ALYZE, as in analyze a crime. Today I will analyze the case of Michael Hirokawa. In July 2020, the then 34-year-old Michael Hirokawa was arrested in Honolulu following a violent incident inside his high-rise condominium at Capitol Place in downtown Honolulu. A visiting woman from Chicago testified that Hirokawa aggressively trapped and severely assaulted her inside the apartment after she refused his sexual advances. Michael Hirokawa did not deny inflicting her near-fatal injuries, but Michael Hirokawa maintained that he had absolutely no memory nor any conscious control over his actions during the attack in his condominium. The legal turning point occurred when the defense introduced a toxicological breakthrough. Forensic laboratory testing of the wine glasses from the apartment verified the presence of zolpidem, which is also referred to as Ambien, and LSD inside Michael Hirokawa's specific glass of wine. So what had happened was earlier that evening, Michael Hirokawa had visited a bar in Honolulu. There was a hostess working there. She was a Korean woman who used to live in Chicago, but for some time she was working as a hostess in a Korean cocktail bar. So he had talked to this Korean woman for a longer period of time that evening at a table, maybe for an hour or two, and then he went to his condo together with her, and she later said that she accompanied him to his condo because she thought that he was intoxicated, so she wanted to make sure that he would arrive well at his condo. So what happened was that these two people then each had a glass of red wine at Michael Hirokawa's apartment that evening. And Michael Hirokawa at some point flipped out and he physically assaulted this Korean woman, and the Korean woman ran out of the condo with blood on her body, and she took the elevator down to the front desk of the condo, and the front desk called the police. So the defense in this case argued that the chemical interaction between a powerful hallucinogen and a sedative hypnotic threw Michael Hirokawa into a violent psychotic delirium and a total state of amnesia. In May 2023, the Honolulu jury accepted this medical defense, finding that Michael Hirokawa is not guilty of attempted murder, kidnapping, and sexual assault based on the ground of involuntary intoxication. So, this Korean woman claimed that she went with Michael Hirokawa to Michael Hirokawa's condominium in downtown Honolulu because Michael Hirokawa was allegedly intoxicated, but when video footage of the two arriving in the building or in the parking area of his condo and then in the elevator, the video footage showed that Michael Hirokawa was walking upright. He didn't seem to be intoxicated. He didn't have any problem walking to his condominium. The reason this Korean woman wanted to go with Michael Hirokawa to his condominium seems to be that she wanted to rob him. So she or Michael Hirokawa had prepared 2 glasses of red wine in Michael Hirokawa's condominium, and only the glass of red wine, which had the fingerprints of Michael Hirokawa on it, only that glass of red wine had traces of Ambien and LSD on it. So this means that Michael Hirokawa drank the glass of red wine, which was spiked with Ambien and LSD. And the glass of the woman did not have any traces of Ambien nor LSD on it. So the mixture of these 2 components, of these 3 components, Ambien, LSD, and alcohol, had the result that Michael Hirokawa slipped into a temporary psychotic state where he didn't know what he was doing. And these 2 drugs, together with alcohol, made him very violent, and he started assaulting this woman, and he nearly murdered her inside his apartment. At least he physically battered her. Let me now give you my case analysis. So, CRIME-ALYZE. I analyze crimes on this channel for you. I do it for you. When we analyze the volatile trial of Michael Hirokawa, we're looking at one of the rarest and most complex medical defenses in modern legal history. Involuntary intoxication. Based on the strict forensic data and the psychological timeline of that night, I fully agree with the jury's verdict in this case. Michael Hirokawa is legally innocent because his wine glass was intentionally spiked with Ambien and LSD. To understand why this verdict is psychologically sound, we must look at the undeniable objective evidence in this case. Forensic laboratory analysis of the crime scene recovered the exact wine glass Michael Hirokawa drank from, and the chemical reports verified traces of both sulpidem and LSD. This is not a matter of speculation. It is an established scientific fact that these substances were illicitly introduced into his system without his consent. From a clinical standpoint, forcing a brain to simultaneously process a potent hallucinogen and a heavy sedative hypnotic creates a catastrophic neurological conflict. The LSD triggers hyperstimulation, vivid distortions of reality, and intense panic, while the Ambien paralyzes the prefrontal cortex, the exact region governing conscious judgment, impulse control, and memory formation. The result is a total psychological fracture. Michael Hirokawa was thrust into a waking nightmare. Operating in an altered state of delirium and acute paranoia with zero control over his motor actions. The law dictates that a person cannot be held criminally responsible for an act committed while stripped of their free will by a modern-day poisoning. The physical injuries inflicted that night were horrific, but criminal guilt requires a conscious mind. Because the laboratory evidence validated that his drink was spiked, the jury made the correct, scientifically backed decision to acquit Michael Hirokawa. That is my opinion. But what is your ultimate verdict on this chemical defense? I want you to head over to the comments section below this video, and I want you to cast your poll. Tell me, in your opinion, is Michael Hirokawa guilty or innocent? I want you to type that into the comments below. Type in there guilty or innocent, just that. And on top of that, if you like, write your opinion, why you think, and your reasoning why you think Michael Hirokawa is guilty or innocent. For the next few episodes and for future episodes, I will set up a community tab where all of you can officially cast your votes, and then each month one of you will be drawn as a winner, and one of you will receive a gift, a merchandise gift with the logo CRIME-ALYZE on it. So for today, thank you for analyzing the mind with me. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss my next case profile on this channel, CRIME-ALYZE, where I analyze crimes. And I will see you, and I will read your comments in the comments section below. So please head over to the comments section below. Tell me, just write in there guilty or not guilty or innocent. And if you like, write me your reasoning. Write as much as you want. I read every comment. I look forward to reading what you have to say on this case, because I think this is a very interesting case, just as every case which I am presenting here to you is very interesting. I make it a goal of mine to only analyze very interesting cases here on this channel, especially for you, and even the background here is all real. Thank you.